the one drinking beer. I'm drinking water.
2 touchdowns a game?
Yes, in the game.
You're tripping.
How you high? No, high Super Bowl time.
I don't know what we're doing in that front office, man.
Twiddling our fucking dick.
Ryan, I just need you to drink this.
Wide receiver trivia. That's what she said.
Her.
Fuck.
Her upset.
Are those crutches?
You can see Ryan's crutches. What is going on, folks? Welcome back to another recap, Sunday night recap. I am your co-host, Jalen Brown.
I am your other co-host, Malin Dennis.
And I'm your other co-host, Jim Bug Spade.
Oh, what a end of the week. End of a week here. We had the Falcons and the 49ers as the Sunday night matchup this week. And not the greatest game. It was final score 20-10, San Francisco. So, yeah, not. And don't let the final score fool you, because for a while it was like 13-10 there. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey, a game nonetheless that the 49ers were able to get a win at home. And I think this story here has got to start with Christian McCaffrey in the night that he had against Atlanta's defense. Let me find his stats here. I have all these, for whatever reason, they're all the same for this people at home. He did have 2 touchdowns. Hold on, pulling them up. Yes,
He had 24 carries, 129 yards, 5.4 average, and 2 touchdowns.
Yes. He had a game to remember. Yeah, let me start off with you, Malin. Do you think that the reason he was able to have such a big night was Atlanta's defense, or do you think it was just Christian McCaffrey is just that good?
I mean, first and foremost, I think it's because God hates me and doesn't want me to have anything nice. Because the Niners just keep getting hurt and they keep winning fucking football games. So that's fine. No, I don't think it was so much Atlanta's defense. I just think that he had one of those signature CMC games that always turn people into, like, hey, this is CMC. Like, he was hurt last year. He's been healthy this year, but I know he's been racking up a lot of fantasy points for you. But it's still been kind of quiet a little bit. There's been a lot more talk about, Mac Jones at quarterback and Purdy being hurt and all the injuries. He's been kind of like that stabilizing factor for that team so far. And it just looked like, I mean, he was juking people out of their booty shorts, man. Like, it was just wild. I saw a thing where they were earlier in the game, they were comparing Bijan Robinson's running to LaDainian Tomlinson, and I was like, I'm seeing a hell of a lot more out of CMC tonight that looks like LaDainian Tomlinson than Bijan Robinson. He played a great game, man. I mean, and it wasn't even the running. He had 7 catches for 72 yards.
Yeah.
So he averaged 5.5 yards a carry and 10 yards a pop catching the ball. It was just a one-man wrecking crew. I mean, when you look at Matt Jones, 17-26, 152 and an interception, you definitely didn't win the game because of your quarterback. I guess apparently because you were giving out these gay-ass pink robes. I guess it's National Running Back Day. And so they made CMC put one of those on. So good for him for having a day like that and making my night worse. Appreciate it.
June, what did you think about C-Mac's big night here?
Yeah, I mean, he did great. I think, with the score only being, for me, most of the game it was 13-10. I think you can't say that Atlanta's defense played bad. He picked spots and had different runs at different spots, but they didn't put the point totals up. There was no big point total, and that last touchdown shouldn't have counted. If you was listening to the broadcast, he was pulled into the end zone and they missed that call. That's a penalty. That's a 10-yard penalty, and the referees missed that call. You can't do that. That's illegal as hell. Little home cooking there for the team. But I want to say he picked and chose his spots where he got those yards and kept Atlanta just at bay. And Atlanta didn't do themselves any favors either. They made a lot of stupid errors. But I have to say, when you got a running back who can say, okay, put the ball in my hands, I'm going to get the first down, or I'm going to move the chains, or I'm going to stay ahead of the sticks, because that's the big thing when you got a quarterback like Matt Jones who's not having the best passing night, okay? You have to stay ahead of the sticks for that quarterback. And that's what CMC did for this team tonight. He kept them ahead of the sticks. So good on him for having a good night.
Yeah, going to the other side of the ball here, the big matchup that was kind of touted for this game was between Bijan Robinson and Christian McCaffrey. Bijan had a night to forget. He was not doing much anything. I think he had, 40 yards? Yeah, 40 yards, 14 carries. Obviously, no touchdowns there. There was really nothing going on there. And so basically, same question, just in reverse. Do you think that San Francisco's defense was that good, or was just a bad night for Bijan? Go ahead, Malin.
Yeah, I would go with the Niners defense on this because Bijan been running all over everybody. I wish to God that the Falcons played the Niners last week because I would have won in fantasy. If they'd have done that, he got like 34 points last week against me. Just went off with that 81-yard touchdown and all that cute shit going on. No, they just swallowed him up, man. It's like every time he thought he had a crease, he didn't have a crease. They just folded him up.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get it going, and a lot of that also goes to, like, I just felt like that defensive line on San Francisco was past the line of scrimmage and the backfield most of the night, whether it was a pass or a run. Michael Penix was running for his life. He was never comfortable in the game. He couldn't, plays were not allowed to, like, develop even in the passing game. So they're very different from the team that they were a week ago, where they surprised everybody. And, hey, you know what? Drake London, fuck you too, man. Went off for 30 points last week, lost me in fantasy, and then did nothing tonight. But no, San Francisco's defense, it just comes down to the fact that, like, it doesn't matter who gets hurt, San Francisco. I don't know what they got in the Kool-Aid. I don't know what's in them Gatorade buckets. But I mean, you lose Fred Warner. Oh, defense just shuts down people that like put up like 400 yards of offense the week before. But I got to give them credit. The defense played well. It kind of just looked like Atlanta was off their game the whole night. They couldn't get anything going. And I'll tell you what, I don't care how many rushing yards Bijan Robinson has. When there's 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter and you're on like the 36-yard line and you want to go for it on 4th and 1, I don't even give a shit if you want to pass the ball. When you have your backup running back there, you're telling the Niners you're not running the ball on 4th and 1.
Exactly. Oh my God, I was going to get to that in the next segment.
That was so idiotic to me. I was like, I mean, first of all, I thought they got rid of that kicker. Misses all the time anyway, so I thought they had a new kicker, and I know it would have been a little bit of a longer field goal, but I was thinking, man, go for the tie. Like go for the tie right now. There's 8 minutes left. I was like, okay, they're gonna go 4th and 1, and I was like, that's interesting. Number 25. That's not Robinson's number. That's crazy. And I knew that play was going to be fucked from the start because you were not selling the run. on that, even if you wanted to pass the ball. So yeah, kudos to the Niners defense, assholes.
June, what did you think about San Francisco's defense here?
Right here, this tells the story. 62 yards rushing. He held
Mm.
a team that's been averaging about 100, over 100 something yards each game. Okay, Salah, he really put a game plan together, and he had his guys believing in what he wanted to do on defense. And it's like next man up with this team. And I was listening to some of the broadcasts when they said that they're really deep at safety. So some of their safeties, if you notice, they were playing in the box as linebackers. So that tells me right there they was not scared of Atlanta going down the field on them. It just wasn't. They were like, we're going to stop the run, and we're going to turn Michael Penix into a straight passer, and let's see if he can go over the top and beat us. And he couldn't, because that last drive, that defense, that last drive, first of all, the man, they blitzed every play. Robert Salah didn't even drop back in the zone not one time. He did 0 blitzes the entire damn time. And I thought they was about to put Kirk Cousins in because I think that Michael Penix's knee was hurting him, and he was not getting any strength into those throws. There was no velocity coming off those throws. They were ducks and they was going into the ground. And I kept saying, when it was 2nd and 10, I was like, hey, this man is hurt. Go ahead and put Kirk Cousins in. You still had time where they could have actually ran the ball one time, just to kind of calm everything down. But I would have I think they should have made the change right there. But kudos to that defense. Kudos to Robert Salah for having a game plan ready without your best defensive player and still playing like the man was on the field. Because if y'all you want to be honest, I thought Fred Warner was playing tonight because I didn't see any changes in that defense. They played the same defense, and hey, they came out with, hey, we're going to go out there, we're going to play our defense, next man up, and if you don't want to play, you can leave. That's how I felt they ran the defense tonight. Next man up. Let's go. Let's play this game. So
I gotta be honest, June, I forgot Kirk Cousins was still in the NFL until you just said his name there. But shit, he's still on the roster.
But you saw Raheem Moore standing beside him.
Yep.
He was about to put him in. I'm like, why you didn't pull the trigger? You should have pulled the trigger.
Well, yeah, because Kirk Cousins doesn't win primetime games anyways, much less throwing him in at the end of the fourth quarter.
Which
I think he's only won one.
I'm gonna go to Michael Penix here next because this was quite interesting. He was 21 for 38, 241 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. But final score, it's like, he only put up 10 points. It was not the greatest game from him. So Malin, you obviously being the Washington dude, after 7 weeks, what do you think of Michael Penix? Him starting for 7 consecutive weeks here.
Oh, I mean, you're still 3-3. You didn't have a great game today, but your offense as a whole did not have a great game either. I mean, when your top 3 running back in the NFL this year, Bijan Robinson's top 3 running back in the NFL, he's on pace to shatter Chris Johnson's all-purpose yards, or at least he was before this game. I bet that took a little bit of a hit tonight. When you got nothing from your offensive line the whole game, it just felt to me like he was under duress the whole night. I didn't feel like he ever really had a clean pocket, especially in the second half. Bijan Robinson couldn't get anything going because there were no holes, there were no gaps. But I'm still fine with him starting. I mean, young quarterbacks are going to go through ups and downs. The biggest thing to me is he needs to stay healthy. Took a lot of hits tonight. But nobody was complaining about Michael Penix at quarterback with Atlanta last week. They were loving that Falcons offense last week. So I mean, I still think it's fine. I think you're making a mistake if you go backwards to Kirk Cousins right now. Because first of all, for two reasons. One, your team is what it is because you said that Michael Penix is your leader. And then if you go away from him for a few games, I think you're going to tank your whole season because eventually you'll go back to him. And second point, Kirk Cousins has a very high probability of his trade value never being higher with him not seeing the field. You throw him in there in the middle of a season. Let's say he has a couple bad starts. His trade value tanks even more. It's already going to be hard to unload him with the contract that you have with him. I just think from a team aspect, financial aspect, you want Penix to be your leader. Well, show him that you trust him to be your leader. You played a 5-1 or a 4-2 football team tonight, and you lost. And you were playing in San Francisco, and like we said, man, that game was 10-13. It could have been had. They lost a close one. I would still keep him in there.
June, what do you think here?
No, I think Michael Penix is going to be okay. They just got to get that running game going with these young quarterbacks. The reason why some of them are being successful right now is because you can run the ball. A perfect example is the other side of the coin. You saw Matt Jones be successful because they can run the football. You see up in Denver, they run the football in Denver. The Giants on the other side of that coin, you saw them running the football. Jackson Dart is successful. It's about what you can do to protect the young quarterback. Michael Penix is a young quarterback. Okay? You're going to have to continue to get that running game going. And you're going to have to establish it, and you're going to have to keep it going. You have two capable backs back there in Algiers and Bijan Robinson. You got to continue to lean on them. Do not. You want to destroy a young man's confidence? Do not put the entire onus on him to have to go win games. Okay? Make them put that running game and that defense at the forefront. This young guy, and we've seen that he can come around. The good thing about it is they got the Dolphins up next. You want to get healthy? You want him to get his confidence back? Go out there and beat the Dolphins like everybody else is doing right now.
You're going to be
guess what?
Front runner after playing the Dolphins.
So that's what you have to do. But Michael Penix Jr. is fine. There's nothing wrong with him. But I was just hoping that Raheem Morris would take him out tonight to protect him, because you hate to see the young kids get that injury, because it always takes me back to Robert Griffith Jr. when they didn't protect that young man. His career ended prematurely. And I think if you have the chance to protect the kids, you protect them in that sense. You say, you know what? You're limping around. They're going to just rush at your knee. Let's take you out. Let's check out that knee, because I need you for the future, not for a October game.
And he did tear his ACL twice. Before he went to Washington. When he was in Indiana, he tore his ACL twice. So anytime I see him kind of grab that knee a little bit, I get a little bit nervous there. But he can definitely sling the rock. I'll tell you that much.
Yep.
For San Francisco, their next 4 games, they've got Houston, the Giants, the Rams, and then the Cardinals.
Okay.
Which, when is Brock Purdy supposed to be coming back? I think that's the other question here.
I think he was coming back tonight.
He's got that toe injury, so
his toe's still hurting.
I don't know that Shanahan's big. I mean, as long as you're winning,
December. I think it's December.
Are you risking?
Right.
I mean, I make a joke about a toe injury, but turf toe is a bitch. And so, I mean, you're 5-2. If you keep winning games, just wait till that man's perfectly healthy.
Yeah,
There ain't no reason to not.
right. I mean, to be honest, the next 2 weeks,
Mhm.
Houston and the Giants, I don't see why, as they're currently winning games, why it would be any big difference with those two matchups.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, anything else you guys want to mention before we wrap this up?
Yeah, I mean, you look at San Francisco, you have to tip your hat. And I hate to say that as a Cowboys fan, they're winning games with all these injuries, and seeing other teams lose one person and and their entire team crumbles. These guys are just plugging guys in. Now, I'm gonna say this: if it's Christian McCaffrey, we won't be saying this.
Yeah.
We will not be saying if it's Christian McCaffrey. They will be going down. There will not be games like this. But these guys are just winning games, and so you got to tip a little hat to them. But the next 2 weeks with Houston and the Giants, I mean, they can really win some games. And I'm telling you now, if they win these next 2 games and they go 3 or 4, because I don't know if they can beat the Rams, but if they beat the Houston and the Giants and the Cardinals, you got to start looking at it like, do we want to go back to Purdy? I mean, I know they paid him, but still, what's Purdy's trade value now? Whose trade value is going to be higher at this point? Is it going to be Matt Jones or Purdy? And maybe you can recoup some of those other losses that you had, because you don't have Ayuk. You're not getting him back. You lost, Debo, right? So you got to start looking at, if Matt Jones can do everything Purdy doing, then what's Purdy's trade value? We could trade him to somebody like the Raiders or somebody like the Jets. They'll take him. Miami. You think Miami would take Purdy at this moment? So that's what I would start looking at if I'm San Francisco, especially if the next 4 games they go 3-1, and Matt Jones is still out there and he's kind of balling out. I'm kind of like, I don't know if we want to rock the boat. Hey, the New England Patriots did it, and they never looked back. And Drew Bledsoe had taken, and don't forget about this.
Brady.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is this:
That's
it can
disrespectful.
happen.
Bledsoe
Shut up.
too. To be honest with you, compared.
But, well, Bledsoe took the team to the. Remember, he took them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They didn't win it. Then a few years later, they go back. He gets hurt. He gets that kidney. What is it? Kidney laceration that he got. That's why he had to sit out or whatever it was. Liver laceration. Yeah. And then what they do? They go to Brady and they never look back.
All
I don't know why
know
you can't do that in San Francisco.
is that you say like, oh, we have to tip our. I ain't got to tip shit. The Niners.
Well,
No, because the 2 teams I hate the most in the NFL keep getting people hurt and they just keep winning fucking games. The Niners and the Bucks. Kiss my ass. I got tip shit. I'll smack them with a tip. That's what I'll do. But no. All I gotta say is tomorrow night is Game 7 of the ALCS, and I need a win, fellas. I need a win for 2 reasons.
Mhm.
One, Mariners have never been to the World Series, and I hate Canada. So yeah, I want there to be a win tomorrow, and my Seahawks play. So it'd be kind of nice if they won too. It's gonna stress-free Monday night for me. That's gonna be fun.
Prayers, people.
That'd be great. I just came back from the doctor like 3 days ago, and they said my blood pressure was 144/92. That's not good.
Also, I just want to add this little tidbit. Commander fans, fuck the Cowboys.
You've been waiting to flex. June been waiting to flex.
All right.
He's excited about it.
On that note, we will get up out of here. We'll be back tomorrow night for everything that you just heard. Some of us will be back tomorrow night.
Show on Tuesday, aren't we?
Yeah, and Tuesday.
Oh, Monday night game. Yeah. Okay. So wait,
Yeah,
which one
we got 2 Monday night games. We got 2 Monday night games.
are we doing? The Lions Bucks one?
Yeah, we'll be on after that one.
Yeah,
You
nobody
want
cares about.
the camera at the end of the Mariners game and during the Seahawks game. That's
Exactly.
that's I. I don't-
Because if
it's
we're
just-
waiting in the other game, that won't end until like 12:30, 1 a.m.
Yeah, I don't. Oh man, that's something. Putting me on camera in front of them. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Is he calling Barkley?
Do it.
What now?
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
All
I
right.
just read a headline.
Okay, we're getting out of here.
We'll see you all tomorrow night. Until then, have a good evening, and hey, see you all tomorrow. Peace out.